Okay, this is how to work the home entertainment system. Now, we've got a stack of remotes, but don't worry, you don't need to use most of them most of the time. So, start with a real simple one. Over at the log store, you've got some coloured lights. If you point at the log store, you can change the colour and you can switch them off and on. This is a really nice light to not interfere with the picture because it goes onto the wall here. So you can still see things in the room with a nice ambient glow. So that's that one done. The next one is the Apple TV remote control. All of them are labelled, as you noticed. This will work the volume of the sound system. The menu button works like a back button. There's audio voice control as well. So if you say like, hold that button down and say load Netflix, it'll bring up Netflix, or it'll search YouTube for you and things like that. The play button is down here, that also pauses things. But the main thing is this whole top section that's a matte colour. It clicks, but also you can swipe on it, up, down, left, right. So it's very much like a phone screen. So I'll show you that in a second. Then we have the Humax remote control. So this is for Freeview channels. Now, something that's very important here is firstly that needs to be switched on, but also if the wrong light is coming on here when you press the button, it won't work the box. PVR, for personal video recorder, because it does record also, must be selected. So if that one flashes when you're pressing numbers and things, then you'll be able to control the box. Now there's a remote infrared pickup sensor here, so you don't have to open the cupboard for the remote to work. In general, you can point it wherever you like and it works, but make sure that's been pressed, otherwise the remote control won't function. That's that one. Then we've got the amplifier remote control. Now you pretty much don't need to touch this unless you're switching between Apple TV or the Freeview box. To do that, you have to press the input buttons up or down until it's displaying which you want to see. There is a projector remote control, which pretty much you don't want to mess around too much with that, other than the on button and the off button. Now it's twice for on and, well, for once for on, twice for off. I normally just press the on off button right there, which it also says power on, twice for off. So that's dead simple. So I'm going to start by switching that on. Now that takes just a little while to warm up and get the bulb to temperature. Now in here is where the system is all hidden away. We've got the main amplifier, so that's the brain of the system. It processes the sound and gives you power to the speakers, and it gives you the picture processing up to the projector. We've also got a Freeview box, which is currently on when you've got a blue light there. And it tells you on the front what channel you're on. And there's Apple TV, which has got a white light on. The Apple TV normally just stays on, and the amplifier stays on unless someone switched it off. You can leave the amp on all the time. It's designed to be left in use. It's just then you don't need that additional remote control. So as you can see, it says Apple TV on the screen. And with this remote control, if I press the inputs up or down, I go then to PC, which is actually a spare connection behind the microwave if someone needed to plug a computer in. If I press it up again, it says Freeview Humax. So now it switches to the Freeview box at the bottom there. I then use the TV remote for that box. But let's just put that back down a couple of times on that remote, back to Apple TV. That's just the input buttons. That's all I need to touch on this remote control. There is even buttons here for input. So that's pretty much, you don't need to open that cupboard for anything you particularly need. Now, the darker the room, the better the picture's gonna be. So you can even put the blind down, it's a blackout blind. And if you switch off the rest of the lights, you get a much better picture. But it does depend on what's showing as well. A brighter image still comes up very well, even in daytime. So if you're using the Apple TV remote control, You see how that's swiping left and right. We can go up and down. There's a whole bunch of apps. There's games you can go to, iPlayer, YouTube videos, the whole works. So everything that you need is going to be on there. And to select an option, you just click on that panel and then you can go through all the options. You can sign into your own accounts, but currently Netflix is on one of my accounts at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much straightforward to use on there. And when you're done with watching that, you can switch off the projector, press power once, and then you get a message, press power again, and it goes off. So always switch the projector off after use, because the bulb life is nothing like what you get on the television, so they're not left to be on all the time. Okay, thanks.